The floor is stained with a terrifying shade of crimson, and in the center of flickering candlelight lies a mechanical doll, its glass eyes staring into nothingness. This isn't a nursery, it is a ritualistic crime scene where a life was brutally snuffed out. She was found at the scene, drenched in blood, claiming she was just there to help, but the police are skeptical. How does a witness end up covered in the victim's blood at 4 a.m.? Inside the interrogation room, Detective Lou stares at this strange woman who seems disconnected from reality. She tells a story about hearing a baby's cry, leading her to a door that was already unlocked. She found her neighbor on the floor, stomach sliced open, with that eerie doll sitting right next to her. Sunian insists she was only trying to perform emergency aid, but the crime scene tells a much more twisted tale. When Lou calls the killer a psychopath, Sunian's reaction is chilling. She doesn't see a monster, she sees an artist performing a meticulously planned ceremony. Just when Lou is about to lock her up, a call from the top brass changes everything. Sunian isn't a criminal. She's a brilliant trace examiner hand-picked for the Special Crimes Unit. She's an autistic savant whose mind works like a high-speed processor, capable of seeing things others miss. To test her, Lou sends her for a psychological evaluation and the results are baffling. On paper, she's the perfect outgoing citizen, a complete fabrication that shows just how dangerous her intellect is. She admits that her sister taught her how to blend in, but Lou knows she's a wolf in sheep's clothing. The community already hates her, calling her a freak who threatened to turn neighbors into specimens. But the evidence clears her. She was heavily drugged with sleeping pills during the time of the murder. If she were the killer, she wouldn't be able to stand, let alone perform surgery. The team dives into the autopsy, discovering that the victim was drugged and struggled desperately before death. The killer's methods are incredibly cruel, suggesting a deep-seated hatred for the victim. Initial theories point toward a crime of passion, perhaps a wife taking revenge on a mistress. But the main suspect has an ironclad alibi. She was at the hospital with her sick child all night. Sunian speaks up, her voice devoid of emotion, stating that the motive isn't just murder, it is a mission. The clue lies in the mechanical doll, a rare item that leads the team to a small shop in a dark alley. Outside, they run into a friendly neighborhood courier named Chen Hao, who seems to know everyone. He points them toward the shop owner, Chan Feng, a man with a history of disputes with the victim. Before leaving, Chen Hao casually mentions a package for Sunian, a magazine her sister sends every day. The team raids Qian Feng's place, but the man is a nervous wreck, terrified of the police. Sunian observes him for a second and declares he isn't the one. The killer had the nerves of steel required to perform a ritual after a slaughter Qian Feng can barely stand.